It's they're shutting people down. What sticks out with Missouri's defense to you?
Which, I think that's a big part of why they've won 40 games the last 4 years. Usually teams that win consistently and win a lot of games play pretty good defense, and they really do. And they're unique. They're like Ohio State in some ways in that they're just really close to the ball quickly. They're unlike Ohio State in some ways too. They're not a direct parallel, but as far as making it tough for you to score, the athleticism they have, some of those kinds of things. I think there are a lot of parallels there, and that's not a fluke that they've given up 15 a game, and that is the most important stat defensively. It's how many points you give up, and if you get it down in there, they really they do a great job in the red zone. I think they've got to be leading or near the top of the country as far as red zone production. It's really impressive what they do down there.
Is athleticism the only parallel you see, or what are some of those other parallels?
Well, they're just they're tough to score points on, and I can't remember it being easy against Ohio State. And I can name other people too. Penn State's usually pretty tough to score points on, and go down the list. But Ohio State recently has really been tough. I guess forever, not recently. So the difference is this group almost looks like an NFL group, especially up front. Their guys up front are really prolific pass rushers. I think 38 sacks they've got. And, they're unusual when they play a lot of guys. And then on third downs, they'll play their outside guys on the inside and bring in their other outside guys. So, you'll have four guys that can really track it down out there at one time, at times, in certain situations. So it's a little bit unique from that standpoint.
Do you present this game to your guys as a chance to kind of get November out of their mouths and to leave a final stamp on this year for better?
Well, yeah, I think most specifically, none of us were real thrilled about the performance in the last game. So that's probably the most recent thing that we're thinking about. And this is a chance to get back on the field and hopefully play a better game. And just for the record, I thought the Ohio State game was a pretty competitive game. It was two pretty good teams like a year ago, two pretty good teams that competed hard. And, it would have been great to win it. We wanted to win it, but I don't think anybody walked away ashamed about that performance. And I felt the same way a year ago in Columbus. So, it's easy to generalize, but there's no question our last time out, we didn't play very well. And, hopefully, if we don't play better, we'll lose by 40 in this one. It won't be pretty.
Is there any flex? Do you expect any health coming back to the linebacker spot besides Tarp? I know Jeremiah's had the knee kind of going on.
Yeah, it's at the end of the year. We've got a lot of guys that are still a little bit nicked up, and we're trying to be smart about how we practice with those players right now. But it's the end of the year. But all that being said, I think this time off has been helpful. But I can't guarantee that Jeff will be ready to go, and hopefully everybody else will be. Obviously, Tara Nielsen will not be. He's done.
I'm sorry. How about Gettis and Nolan MacMillan?
Yeah, I think those guys are gaining ground, so they both have a chance. They were a little bit rusty last weekend, but they've missed so much time. So I think realistically, we have a chance. That would help our depth an awful lot. We were right down to the nubs here at the end of the year.
Nolan and James are both freshman All-Americans in positions. How much did that mean, knowing that those are probably the two places you really need to fill holes coming into the year?
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know how many games Nolan played.
Six or seven.
Seriously?
Yeah, I think so.
Actually started?
Well, that I don't know.
Lost count of that, but
I don't know.
Kind of lose, those teams lose credibility a little bit if that's the case. When he played well. I just can't remember how many games he started.
Started 6.
Did he really? Wow. Okay. That's 6 when he didn't last long, I'm guessing, or whatever. It just didn't seem like he played. That's probably just my mind. That's half the season, I guess. So, probably the moral of the story, they have a hard time finding an offensive line that are freshmen to make those teams. But all that being said, Nolan wasn't scheduled to start at the front end of the season. They had him probably sprained his ankle, and I really thought Nolan was really playing well and gaining ground each week. So, we're very excited about his future. And James got thrown in the Penn State game, responded really well, and I think it's really his future looks bright too, and that's very helpful. It's something we feel good about.